Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pokemon XY analysis kind of video thing, you know. Now today isn't any official information. I'm going to point out right now these are all rumours. Majority of them will not be true. It's just I found this article on Neoseeker and I thought it was quite interesting, some of the things that were suggested. Now this person has said that, you know, oh, I've been able to see the full roster of new Pokemon and stuff like that. Which I doubt. But some of the stuff in here is quite interesting, so we're just going to go through it now. Apparently there's going to be more than 100 new Pokemon. Don't know about 100, but at least 50 there will be, I think. He also says there are new evolutions and pre-evolutions, most of them focused on Gen 5 Pokemon, which would be, you know, interesting. So Sigilyph, he hasn't had a pre-evo. I don't expect it to get an evolution, but it might get a pre-evo. You know, most people would like that. And then it also says here a few older Pokemon, including Gen 1 Classics, are getting surprising new developments. Now this is a bit interesting because the way Game Freak set out for Generation 5 is they kind of imagined it as a remake of Generation 1, sort of. So it's its own one, you know, because there were no, you know, Gen 1, 2, or 3, or 4 Pokemon in Gen 5. It was all new stuff. So if we assume Gen 6 is going to be like the second generation, when Gold and Silver came out, there were pre-evolutions and such for Gen 1 Pokemon. So obviously Gen 5 is working, is there, but you know, doing Gen 1 again, maybe. But I'm thinking, how could you develop them? Adding more evolutions, pre-evolutions, yes, but it's, you know, there's enough in there related already. Maybe forms for legendaries, possibly, I'm not sure. We'll have to see about that. It says here, no new types, but there are crossbred Pokemon introduced. This is very unlikely, but I'm going to point it out anyway. So if you have certain father-mother breeding pairs, you get a distinct child. So the mother usually takes the species of the mother, but may have a pattern or something of the father. So for example, if your mother was a Squirtle, but your father was, well, not your father, the Pokemon's father was Pikachu, you might get, you know, Squirtle with the red cheeks, etc. So maybe. So it's like gender differences really, but you know, it's only aesthetic. Now that starters here, it says starters become Grass, Steel, Fire Psychic and Water Electric. Fire Psychic seems very likely from what we've seen in the trailer. Water Electric seems unlikely but possible. Grass, Steel, maybe. It says that here Chespin becomes a knight with chestnut armor, which, you know, Chespin is obviously released chestnut, so maybe. Fennekin, a wizard with a majestic fur cloak, possibly, but since it's a fox at the moment, I wouldn't expect it to go and graduate to 2 legs. So, and Froakie, a Nordic Viking with a Thundercloud mullet beard combo. Now, saying about the water electric typing, it's possible, you know, if you've got a Thundercloud sort of thing, and with the kind of a foam we've seen on him, whatever. So far, it's possible, but you know, obviously someone could just look at that and think, yeah, that's what he's going to become, and just make it up. So. Now here it says Xeranas is Ice Steel and Yveltal is Fire Dark, which Fire Dark seems possible, Ice Steel maybe not, but still. It says here they have a unique ability where they can shift types with each other, so Xeranas becomes red coloured and Yveltal becomes blue and is Ice Dark, so maybe, I'm not sure. And it says here, just chose typings in part due to members of the team being fans of R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire, maybe. Just some extra Pokemon here that were introduced. Normal Kendama based Pokemon, main body rides atop a giant ball, unlikely. I wouldn't really see a Pokemon on a ball, really, would you? No. Grass, a black bear whose body is made out of berries. Possible, I wouldn't say made out of berries, but maybe have berries on it somewhere. Fire, Pinata bull with horns that are torches. Seems interesting, but horns that are torches, no. Don't really see that. Water Seabird looks like a socialite due to a feather that looks like an ascot. I can't really analyse that, I don't know. Electric, a poodle whose fluffy parts are statically charged fur. Seems interesting, but I don't know. Bug, Millipede, besides the head, its long body is made of bubbles. No. Flying, a peacock with a tail that's a harp. Now, peacocks we haven't actually seen in games so far, so that's a possibility. Steel, a female-like Pokemon whose long hair is made of long steel cables. Unlikely. Can't see a Pokemon with steel cables for hair. Rock, a rock-based snail. It's got a bell for a shell, and its body looks like a cathedral. No, I don't think so. Ground, an elephant whose body is covered in hardened mud armor, more realistic looking than Donphan. So like a taller one, really. Most Donphan's based on elephants and kind of boars, I would say. Psychic, an Arabian Pokemon wrapped in a brightly coloured carpet clothing. Arabian, really? If it's suggesting that it's dark coloured, I would highly doubt that. They've already had enough problems with Jinx, so Game Freak would not do that. Dark Raccoon. Tail serves as a burglar sack. It's got a stylish black mask, maybe. We haven't had a raccoon yet in the series, so it could be interesting. Poison, little purple lizard. It swings its very large broken tail around a huge club. Like a huge club, sorry. Maybe. Fighting, this is a strange one. A very weird Pokemon who resembles a giant living sneaker. Cooler looking than it sounds, he says. I would very much doubt it. Ice, a snowman with coal on its head, looking like the incense marks Shaolin monks have. Maybe. We haven't had a snowman yet, really. So it's a possibility. Ghost, a Casa Obake umbrella ghost that's brightly coloured and fancy looking. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure about that one. Dragon, a Kirin that looks like a dragonic unicorn. So, sounds cool, unicorn with dragon, you know, but still. So, summing up, in my opinion, I say most of this is fake. A couple of interesting points there, but I highly doubt that most of these ideas will be in the game. Maybe they'll guess one or two, alright, but I wouldn't expect any of these to actually be in the game. But it's interesting ideas, so yeah. That's where I'm going to leave it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Wanted to go out.